Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the Cardboard Collection Agency, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing and going through this Dungeons & Dragons Commander Aura of Courage deck, green, white, blue. This is going to remind you of a recent video if you did see the Bogle's breakdown, because this deck is very similar in all the best ways, and you're actually going to see a lot of similar cards here. So let's get into the deck. Just going to set that off to the side. All right. Starting off with our commander here, we have Galia, Kindler of Hope. Now, I'm not going to go through every single card because it's going to take us absolutely forever to do so. So you can just pause if you see anything that you're curious of or interested in, but I'm going to try to make this clean. So for 1 blue, 1 white, 1 green, 1 of any color, it's a 4/4 Vigilance, Elf Knight, which is dope. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast aura and equipment spells from the top of your library. When you cast an equipment spell this way, it gains when this equipment enters the battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control. So you do have to pay the casting cost, but you do have a free equipped cost off of Galia. And seeing that top card is pretty powerful. Okay, so we are starting off here with the creatures. We have Stormvold, Frost Giant, Jarl. Now, some noteworthy cards I'm definitely going to go over, but the rest, not so much. But let's see. He's 1 blue, 1 white, 1 green, 4 of any color, 7/7, Ward 3. Which Ward, I believe, is where if a spell is cast at him, it is countered unless your opponent pays 3 mana. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is what it is. And then other creatures I control also gain Ward 3, which is pretty awesome. Whenever Stormvold enters the battlefield or attacks, choose one or both. Target creature has base power and toughness 7/7 until end of turn. Target creature has base power toughness 1/1 until end of turn. Okay. Well, first off, we have an awesome creature here, Pure Steel Paladin, 2 white, 2/2. Whenever equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. That's already pretty awesome. But then equipment you control have equipped 0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts, which with this deck, as you will see, you're going to have no problems with. So, okay. So we have Fey Steed, Cold-Eyed Selkie. Let me just double check, make sure we're focused here. All right. Realm Cloaked Giant. SRAM Senior Artificer. I've seen this played as a commander quite a bit. It's pretty sweet. Caddy Bree of Mithril Hall. Cool card, Paradise Druid. 1 green, 1 of any color. It's a 2/1. It has hexproof as long as it is untapped, and you can tap it to add a mana of any color. Knight of Autumn. Angel of Vitality. Acidic Slime, cool card as well. 2 green, 3 of any color, 2/2 Death Touch. When Acidic Slime enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. Pretty sweet. We got a Clay Golem. The interesting thing, too, with this is actually notice that it uses different, I guess, like I would call like non-traditional die, because I'm always so used to, D6s, D20s being the kind of general rule. In this case, I have seen D8s, D4s. It's pretty sweet. It kind of changes things up a little bit with different types of dice. Riverwise Augur. Fleece Main Lion. This is, of course, pretty sweet card from the Cat deck from 2017, I think, was that Commander deck, 2017. Pretty sweet creature. Prognostic Sphinx. And that's it for the creatures. Not many. But that's not what this deck's meant for. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into the instants and sorceries. So we have Ride the Avalanche. Bant Charm. This one's pretty cool. 1 blue, 1 white, 1 green. Choose one, destroy target artifact, or put target creature on the bottom of its owner's library, or counter target instant spell. Diviner's Portent. Oh, this is interesting too, because this goes off the roll effect as well. So roll a d20 and add the number of cards in your hand. So 1 through 14 gets you X, which is what you paid additionally to the 3 blue here. But if you get 15 plus, you scry X, then draw X, which is pretty awesome. We have Heroic Intervention, sweet card. Valiant Endeavor. Winds of Wrath, pretty typical. You need this. This is like a staple in any commander deck. You need a board wipe. 2 white, 3 of any color. Destroy all creatures that aren't enchanted they can't be regenerated. Now, obviously, this works pretty amazingly in this deck because this deck is huge on enchantments. You will see that here shortly. So it really is a board wipe just for your opponent, which normally would cost generally a bit more than 5 mana. So it's pretty sweet. You'll see here shortly. We have Serum Visions, draw cards, cry 2. Pretty sweet, 1 blue mana. Nature's Lore. Valorous Stance. Song of Inspiration. We'll go over this one as well here. So 2 green, 3 of any color. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard, roll a d20, and add the total mana value of those cards. 1 through 14, return those cards to your hand. 15 plus, return those cards to your hand. You gain life equal to their total mana value. Sweet. And of course, an absolute classic here, Brainstorm. Pretty sure this version's worth like 25 cents just due to reprints, but still, at the end of the day, awesome card. A lot of history and Magic with this card. All right, we are now moving into some of the important stuff here. So equipments, artifacts. This is a pretty big deal with this deck. So starting off, we have Behemoth Sledge. Pretty cool, pretty sweet. Artifact equipment here, we got a Explorer's Scope, kind of a mana ramp card. If it's a land card, put it on the tab. Yep, mana ramp card. Masterwork of Ingenuity, pretty sweet. For 1 mana, you may have Masterwork of Ingenuity enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. It's pretty awesome because then it goes over the casting cost. I believe you just have to pay the equipment cost. But if you have something like Pure Steel Paladin and you have the artifacts to back it up, then you can technically cast her for free and equip it for free. Pretty sweet. Cool combo. Got Arcane Signet. Pretty standard one. Got a Swiftfoot Boots. Pretty standard, but always awesome. I mean, you're getting Hexproof and Haste for 3. Come on, get real. Pretty sweet. Ebony Fly. This one's pretty sweet. 2 of any color. Ebony Fly enters the battlefield tap, but you can tap it to add a colorless, but if you pay 4, roll a d6. Until end of turn, you may have Ebony Fly become an XX insect artifact creature token with flying, where X is the result. When it attacks, another target attacking creature gains flying until the end of turn. Pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cheap to get out. That ability I wouldn't say is overly expensive. Obviously, it has a luck factor with rolling the d6, but I mean the fact that you can maybe get potentially a 5/5 or a 6/6 flyer that gives another creature flying for 4 mana. Again, it's a gamble, but it's cool. Moon Silver Spear. Argentum Armor. Also, we did see this in the Cat Commander deck from 2017. I can't remember the name of that commander. I should. Robe of Stars. Holy Avenger. Belt of Giant Strength. I'm really excited to move into these enchantments. Again, we're going to see some very familiar faces. Again, if you did check out the Bogle's deck, which you should, it's a pretty sweet deck in a sweet video. So, yep. Winged Boots. Colossus Hammer. Awesome card here. Let's check this one out. So, for 1 mana, you can cast it. And then its equip cost is 8. Yes, pretty pricey. Okay, but a equipped creature gains +10/+10 and loses flying. I mean, it just makes your creature gigantic. It's pretty sweet. But again, with things like Pure Steel Paladin, you can remove the equipped cost. So you can pay 1 mana and make a creature get a +10/+10. Who cares if they lose flying? +10/+10, man. Especially if you have something like Trample, First Strike. Who gives a crap, man? Awesome stuff. Viridian Longbow. Basilisk Collar. Sword of Hours. Sword of the Animist. This is a sweet card. 2 of any color. It has a 2 equipped cost. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Just a cool little mana ramp and mixing up your options. I like it. All right, now we're moving into the enchantments. This is going to be awesome. All right, so we got Psychic Impetus. Impetus. Ugh, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Netherese Puzzle Ward. Again, roll off that D4. That's really interesting. All right, of course, yes. We have Griff's Boon, baby. All right, so we got a 1 white. Enchant creature gets +1/+0, and has flying. But you can pay 4 and return Griff's Boon from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Pretty sweet. Basically has flashback, but, you know, not at instant speed. Who gives a crap? Alright, so Eel Umbra. This is an enchantment. 1 blue, 1 of any color, flash, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1. But it also has totem armor, which is why I'm mentioning this one, because I'm not aware of this. Enchanted creature would be if enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. Awesome. Basically a free counter spell for that specific creature. Angelic Gift. A 1 white, 1 of any color. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. We always love that. Enchanted creature has flying. All right. We have Fertile Ground. Kenrith's Transformation. I apologize if I did cover up the text on any of these cards. I do apologize. So again, right here, we got Rancor, 1 green, enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. Super awesome. Super awesome. Especially when you're building those types of decks where you're stacking all those equipment on top of a creature. Trample is insanely vital because, I mean, obviously most likely your opponent's going to be getting out creatures as well. You want to be able to smash through them. This is what Rancor will do for you. And if it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the owner's hand. You can cast it again. It's freaking unkillable unless it gets exiled. All right, Abundant Growth. Again, pretty sweet card. 1 green, enchant land. And as a battlefield, draw a card. Again, pretty awesome. I love drawing cards. All right, enchant land has tap. Add 1 mana of any color. A little bit of mana fixing there as well. That's always awesome. All right, Mantle of the Ancients. Utopia Sprawl. Verdant Embrace. Shielding Plaques. I'm actually curious of this one because it does have the dual mana options here. So 1 blue or green, 2 of any color. Enchant creature, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. I'm already happy. Can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent controls. Ooh, a little bit of hexproof. That's always good stuff there. We have Wild Growth. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green. This is a reprint of an old card. I have the old version. It's very faded looking. Those cards looked kind of gross back then. I mean, unless it happened with time, which is possible. Curse of Verbosity. I hope I said that correct. Imprisoned in the Moon. And last, Greater Good. This is actually a pretty sweet card. So 2 green, 2 of any color. It's an enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. Draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Then discard 3 cards. Pretty sweet. So basically, I mean, you make a creature absolutely gigantic. I mean, obviously the idea being, hopefully you have other creatures to work with, so you have the, you have the wiggle room to actually sacrifice one of them. But imagine sacrificing like a stinking 10/10 or higher. Drawn 10 cards, discarding 3. That's pretty powerful right there. Well, I apologize for saying sweet so much. I need to expand my vocabulary if you couldn't already tell. But that is the Aura of Courage Commander deck with Galia, Kindler of Hope. And I hope you all enjoyed this video and this deck breakdown. And if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And then a thumbs down if you did not enjoy it, which I guess that doesn't matter anymore because I can't see dislikes. I'm so critical of that. But we're not gonna harp on that, you guys. It is annoying, but we're not gonna harp on it. I like to know when my video is not good, but it is what it is, all right? So, again, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.